most I know very well, but those that may not know me yet, my name is Bill Mulcahy, and I'm the Vice President here at AdNext Dental Revenue. We're extremely excited to be hosting this webinar because us as a company, the opportunity to allow you to interact directly with Google. As dentists and key employees of dental practices, we work with you to drive new patients and generate revenue. This through a program that we call the Performance Program, and this addresses the key elements that are really needed for this to happen. As you know, Google makes up a large majority of the traffic that comes to your website, and with our program that you see here, the Performance Program, really we focus on three primary parts of this process: your ability to be found, your ability to be chosen versus other practices that might be found, and then ultimately your practice's ability to take advantage of the leads and calls that come into your practice through your website. Tremendous resource for us to really understand better the process that we work with Google to make happen. And so without further ado, let me introduce Mari from Google. She's going to present us with some great information. And as not just information, just be sure to visualize how what she is saying contributes to the overall program and directly impacts your ability to generate new patients and revenue. So thank you very much for offering to do this for us, and we're excited to see what you have to present.
Yes, good morning. Thank you, Bill, for the intro. My name is Mari. I'm Agency Development Manager here at Google. I've been working at Google for the past 3 years. You must be thinking, why is Google here today? What is this partnership that they have with AdNext? Just to explain you, Google select our top agencies. We have this partnership program with our agencies, where we select our top agencies based on the revenue that they bring to Google, but the most important part on the quality score of the campaigns that they manage. So we can take into consideration how well are the campaigns optimized, and how good is the knowledge within the agency. So AdNext is one of our premier agencies, and besides having an account strategy here at Google dedicated to help them and optimize and making sure that your accounts are up and running and you have access to our latest products, they also have access to myself, which I'll be present helping AdNext with events and also client updates and industry trends. So I'm very, very excited to walk you over here a couple of the trends for your specific industry, and just to showcase a couple of products that you can also be using to address your consumers' needs. Without further ado, I don't know if you want to add anything. Otherwise, Bill, I will start presenting. Just give me one second.
We're definitely excited. Thank you very much.
Perfect. So just give me 1 second. Share. Perfect. You now can all see my screen here. So the future of healthcare is in your hands. I just did a quick poll so we have an understanding. First of all, the world is changing, which means that your consumers are changing and that your marketing strategy needs to change. But what is it exactly changing? If you look at this photo here, you see this was taken a few years ago. Everybody was ready for New Year's Eve. Everybody was watching the balls drop. If we fast forward, and this is 2010, it's not even 2015, for example, you can see that everybody is connected to their cameras or mobile devices. So this is clear that now the media consumption has changed and people are much addicted to their cell phones than in any other time. And if you look at American consumers, since 2012, we've seen that the media consumption from online has surpassed the media consumption from TV and other offline ads. So you as a business owner, you as a dentist, you need to start thinking about how can you reach out to these consumers and how can you make sure that you're talking to them in the right moments. currently live in a world where more people have mobile subscription than access to electricity. With this idea a little bit scary. And if you think about consumer, it's a multi-channel experience. People are not only engaging through their newspaper or through their offline media, but they're also engaging through their cell phone, and then you watch TV, and then you read a newspaper, and then you go again to your cell phone, and then you go to a store. And this can relate to all businesses. So if you look at your overall industry, and this is oral care, we're including all types of services that you offer. For the last quarter, we've seen that the queries overall, they've grown by 18%. If you look at what devices they grew by, computers, we had a growth of 8%, but if you look at mobile queries, they grew by 31%. So the first recommendation here that you have to start thinking about is that you want to make sure that your website is optimized for mobile. You want to make sure that you have an easy button so that people can click and call you to get the information that they wanted. You want to make sure that you have a very simple form that a consumer can fill in so they can reach out to you and schedule an appointment. You want to make sure that the life of the consumer is easier on their mobile device, because that's where people are starting to search for. So the new reality is that you do have to be present whenever somebody is searching. So, for example, I brought you here a stereotype of a consumer so I can present you some data and explain you how can you start thinking about your marketing strategy here. So Mina, she's 45 years old. She lives outside the city in the New York area. She works as a creative director at a national advertising agency. She loves fashion and online shopping, and she's looking for a full dental implant to improve her aesthetics. So what's her consumer journey? What does she do? She adds makeup, she's at her home with her family, she reads a news article about all of the advantages and risks about dental implants. And then she goes to Google, she starts searching what are the costs, what are the issues, what are the procedures, what can happen, is that she should be doing, is this something that she should not be doing? Then she goes to YouTube. She goes and she's not seeing anything related. She goes and she wants to see a makeup tutorial. And then, boom, she sees one of your ads. She was just searching for the dental procedures. You can definitely impact her with one of your ads. Then later on, she goes to work, she talks to her colleagues, and she's trying to get an expert opinion to see if somebody has done it already. Then in between her job, like during the afternoon, she goes to the web, and she's exposed again to one more of your ads to learn about your clinic. And is searching for best dentists nearby, for dental implants nearby. Like she can see one of your ads. She browses again the web, she checks her email. This is another option where you can show ads. She goes back to generic search, and then when finally, after going and reading about all of this, she's ready to go to your clinic, and she's ready to make an appointment. As you can see, like this is an example of one consumer, but this is something that is happening currently. Nowadays, the patients, they don't go to your offices without knowing, or at least having Googling one of the symptoms and one of the procedures that they want to do. So you want to make sure that you're present, not only there for search and not only there for brand and not only there for hygiene, but all of the services that you're currently offering them. You want to make sure that you're buying all of those keywords. You want to make sure that you have videos to show them the procedures. You want to make sure you're there across all the moments. Just explain you a little bit the products that I've highlighted. If you think about generic search, you have to start thinking about understanding what are the keywords that they are looking for. We have that is based on location. A campaign that is going to bring customers to your clinic, but the customers are nearby and they are searching for one of treatment. You have to start thinking about like what are the other keywords and what are the other services that you offer, and how would a customer search for you. And if you think about YouTube, for example, you then on YouTube just target people that have been to your website, have been to your clinic, have seen about your brand, and they are searching for videos about it. So one of the things that I wanted, since I gave an example about dental implants, I did a poll on how much are your competitors spending? How much does a competitor spend with this type of keywords? So at Google, we divided them into 3 tiers. The tier 1 is the higher spenders, the tier 2 is the mid one, and tier 3 is the low spenders or new advertisers. And on average, their investments range from $5K to $60K per month. and the average of impressions, clicks, and the average of CPC. Why giving you this data? Just to showcase, for example, for dental implants, the top tier advertisers, they get 2.6 million impressions on a monthly basis. That's a lot of clients searching and trying to find out more details about those procedures and more details about those types of services that you offer. So there's a big opportunity if you start thinking, and I'm not telling you to start and just do campaigns for all types of your services, but just think about the services that bring you the most revenue or bring you the most appointments, and start thinking about how can you build your marketing strategy and what keywords you should buy for those. If you think about for dental implants, what are the keywords that people are searching? How can I do this? One of the benefits of working with AdsNext is that AdsNext is supported here with us by Google. So if you're thinking about enabling your campaigns for those types of products, just reach to them, and we can definitely send you a full list on what are the keywords that consumers are buying, clients are buying, searching, and what would be the keywords that you should be buying. So if you look at dental implants, people do search a lot about cost, search about choice, dentist, is it perfect, financing, where is it, is it cosmetic insurance, and other keywords. But if you feel free to go to AdsNext, and we can definitely send you the keyword list into more detail, so you can take an analysis. And even if you're not based in New York, you're based in another region, we can send you the keywords by region, so you have an idea on what are the things that you should be buying. We also talked about video. I also talked about going to YouTube, seeing non-related video, and seeing one of your ads. So YouTube ads is a type of ad that you can do, and that enhances the patient-doctor dialogue, because you do know that your patients, they do research before they get to your clinics, so you want to make sure that you're giving them the right information. And one of the things they can do, instead of targeting everybody that is on YouTube, you can definitely be specific and target people that have been to your website. And what currently consumers watching, we've run a survey here at Google last year, so we understand what are consumers watching on YouTube. So if you think about healthcare and you think about oral, 18% are watching YouTube videos to try to understand what are the facilities, what are the benefits. 50% are trying to watch videos to see other patients' testimonials, and 12% to see treatment or procedure overview. So they know what they're going in for. And if you think on where they are watching this content, 20% of those people are watching this content on YouTube and 21% on clinic websites. So you want to make sure that besides having a video about your clinic inside your website, you also have it on YouTube. Putting a video on YouTube is for free. If you want to promote it, the cost per view is very, very cheap. It's around 10 to 8 cents. And you only pay if the person watches the full view or more than 30 seconds. So I definitely recommend start thinking about it and promoting your clinic as an overall brand. So I talked a little bit about the awareness and about the part where she's checking the web and she's checking her emails to get, and also is impacted by your ad. Same thing where we call display, so Google Display Network, where you can also show your ads. So physicians, consumers, everybody, and people are educating themselves online. So if you look at this slide, you can showcase your ad on different websites. How can you segment those websites? You can say, for example, I want to showcase my ad only to high-income people in this area. They're watching, for example, news articles. Or you can, for example, say, I want to showcase my ad only in this specific website. So know that people that are looking for specific treatments search for. Or, for example, you can definitely showcase your ad only people that you know are in a market to do a dental procedure. We have all of those segmentation options. So instead of just being very generic and putting your ad on the web, you want to make sure that you choose those right segmentation options and that you get the right people. Another ad that you could be doing to focus on that awareness, to making sure that your clinic is out there, is to show ads on people's emails. And one of the cool segmentations here you can do is by keywords. So, for example, if you know that you do have another clinic that is competing against you in the same area, you can target by their name. So if the person is receiving any email from them or like any promo, you will also be showing your ad to that person. So this way you can complement, and you want to make sure that you're competitive within the local region that you're serving. And again, like going to the purchase, in your guys' case, this is more commitment and lead generation part. You have to make sure that you're including all of the information and all of the keywords. So you're not only including your name, your clinic name, and your brand. You're also including extensions about where you're located at, the phone number so that people can reach out to you. And again, like I said, on the mobile device, just making sure you have an easy form so that people can fill in. So this way, you'll have a full overview and you'll be present. So again, this was a very quick conversation, but as a reminder, I've explained you a little bit what is the purchase path for consumers. So there are product Googles that can help you throughout the process. I know that currently you're using paid search ads, so you're buying keywords for specific types of services that you offer, but you can also get incremental products for those paid ads. So you have to start thinking about it. YouTube, like how can you make sure that you're also taking care of that opportunity and you're also showing your ads when people are searching and deciding on a specific procedure that they want to commit. Gmail ads, again, making sure that you show your ad on people's email, and you can definitely target your competitors and be competitive within your local area. And so just make sure that you have all of the information within your Google Analytics, so you can take all of the details and everything, so you can make the right decisions when thinking about this process. So, and I just want to thank you. I know that this was a very quick overview, but I wanted to give you some highlights of other things that you could be doing to complement your existing campaigns. One of the great benefits, again, like I've explained at the beginning, of working with AdsNext is that you do have a close relationship with us at Google. So if you want a little bit more details about, okay, I do offer this service, I just want to know how many people are searching within my area for this dental implant procedure, we can give those numbers, and we can also give you the numbers on how much your competitors are spending on average, so you have an idea on how would that look for you and what are the average results that other people might be having with those other procedures that they are also advocating. I want to thank you all for just participating. I don't know, Billy, if you have any other comments or remarks here. But hopefully.
I just wanted to say thank you very much, Mari. It's really exceptional information, and we certainly appreciate the partnership we have with you at Google. One of the key elements here today is that this information is readily available to us. So, guys, if you have any questions or you want to reach out to me directly, please feel free. Like Mari said, we have direct access to her and her team, and we'd love to talk to you about how we could implement some of the strategies that she's talking about, and really help you focus on generating the bigger cases as well as the day-to-day patients that come in.
Exactly. So if you have any doubts, please feel free to reach out to the AdsNext team. And I do want to thank everybody and just enjoy the weekend and have a great weekend.
Thank you, Beth.
Bye.
The lead disconnected. The conference will be terminated in 5 minutes.